What was I gonna say? What were we talking about?
Smashing produce with our dicks.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
So
me
and Scott watched a video about an
Smashing
hour
pumpkins.
ago where they were the React people were watching.
okay, yeah.
They were like
The Fine
they would.
Bros?
Well, I mean, their channels, they're not involved anymore as far as I know. But
Okay.
so when it was, they would show a picture of a person, and the joke was, what do you think their OnlyFans is, and how much do they get made? And the one that upset me the most would be the woman that made, I think, upwards to like some million. So she made like $1 million a year or more than. By farting in jars and sending it off to people. And it's like $1,000 a jar.
I don't know why I've heard
Was
that.
that Amaranth?
Jordan, how is her content?
Was that Amaranth again?
Maybe.
I don't think she was farting in jars.
Because I think she made a
I know
joke
she's one
like that during the Streamer Awards.
I don't know. I know she's like one of the most like successful sex worker
She
or
really is.
adult
Yeah.
streamers.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, but they had people on there that maybe they were unknown. I'm not positive. But the farting in jars one was the one.
Ask Jordan.
You know, they had one of
I
the
have
cake
an
sitting
account.
ladies.
For myself.
Yeah.
You know, the lady.
And how much do you charge a month?
So, sorry, Leland, go on.
It's fine. It was just odd. That's all.
No, that's fair. I mean,
It
I
is.
find
It
that
is weird. I
I
mean,
do find that very weird.
I mean, like,
It's like-
Delphine out here selling her water, her bath water.
oh yeah, Delphine when she had her bath water.
Belle Delphine.
Belle Delphine.
Or
I mean-
Belle Delphine.
they had Cardi B on there, and she makes $29 million a month.
You know what?
Just-
Good for her.
She still has
Just-
Oh my
one.
God.
But
I
she doesn't
wish-
do any sexy stuff. It's just her like, this is my day,
No.
and she's just walking around doing stuff. And then I had to look her up because I could not understand a word she said. And I was like, where is she from? And I bet she's Latin. And it didn't specify where she's
yeah.
from. And I'm like, you have an accent, but I don't know what accent that is. Because I couldn't understand her, and I wanted to know if she was not from here. But it said she was Latin in descent.
Yeah. I forgot where she's from. But I wish I could make money on OnlyFans. I just don't have a good idea for it, you know? Actually, smashing produce might be a thing now that I think about it.
They had one girl on there that just
Sarsis garlic? Yeah.
she makes $160K a year selling toenails.
No.
Okay.
Oh, and skin peelings off her feet.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it got worse as the list proceeded. It was kind of gross, but
All right, so I can't help but break that down a little bit. You don't have just tons and tons of toenail clippings to sell. Like, you've got 10 a week, maybe. So, like, per toenail clipping goes for a lot of money,
yeah.
right?
But it could also be
imagine.
the video, the video to watch her clip them could be expensive as well.
But if
you
half
know.
of her income comes from toenail clippings, that's like thousands, almost $1,000 per clipping.
I don't know.
Damn.
I'm not good at math, but I mean hundreds at least.
I mean, at the end of the day, the real thing is we're all in the wrong business.
We really, really are.
Podcasting with a bunch of fucking idiots. We should be doing an OnlyFans.
Yeah, I think the only thing that
we
I
should
joked
do
about
the
would
show.
be
I mean, we
on
could still be doing an
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans. We could do a podcast OnlyFans. It's not a porn site.
It's true.
It's just a site that lets creators make the content and put a financial gate in front of it. That's all.
It's
Yeah, I
basically
forget that that's
Patreon
the
that
part of it.
also includes porn.
Yeah. Remember when Patreon had all these same people on there doing all the same stuff?
Yep.
Yeah, but Patreon sucks.
They all called Patreon a porn site. Yeah, OnlyFans offered a better deal, so they went there.
It's true.
Who wants to buy my spit?
Good Lord.
So,
I'll
Steph,
sell you the rest of this can.
Yeah. Hi.
you went to Mario Land.
I sure did.
Oh, I thought we were going to talk about her OnlyFans.
No.
Oh, I was gonna
Let's
say.
move on.
I think we had a joke about
It's
that
Steph's
last
show
time.
tonight.
I remember Jordan saying one time for OnlyFans, it would be like play like a
Oh, I was gonna play hentai games. Yes.
Yeah, hentai games,
because
which I would try that too.
It's not a terrible idea.
Yeah.
You can stream on OnlyFans now.
It's true.
If I didn't have to show my boobs, I would try to see what I can hold under one.
You don't.
You don't have to.
No, I said like if I
Oh.
didn't have to, I would show what I can hold under. Like, hey, see this thing? My boob can hold it up. Like shit like that. You know, like stuff like that.
Steph's boobs.
Or like just how much force one boob can slap something. You know,
The
shit like
upsetting
just
thing is
stuff that
that-
I would try.
The upsetting thing is that she had that ready to go. Like that response.
Well,
was
yeah,
ready.
you guys
Like,
kept
she's been
talking, and
thinking
I
about
actually
it.
came up with an idea.
I really want like Steph. A single video is Steph like slamming or holding an object with her boobs, but it is like say it's a 10-minute video. 8 minutes is the science of like surface tension, of velocity. Like it's a MythBusters mini episode
It's
of
a
like the
Mark
science
Rober
to a thing.
explanation.
Yeah,
I go over
it
everything.
takes forever to get there.
I go over
But I would still
everything,
find it
the color,
fascinating.
the size, where it's from, just to do one simple thing of okay,
Yellow
it holds,
holds
Cool.
better than blue.
Yeah, you go over the conditions of the day, like why this is the optimal temperature for holding things.
Scott's got the name for it. Tit Busters.
Oh yeah, this is what you can and cannot do with this.
Listen, we can make learning fun.
true.
That's all I'm saying.
It's either that or just like do those things where it's like how much you could squeeze with your thighs. You know, those are always interesting to me.
Yeah, it's true.
Like
Do
these
one
are
of
the
those
different
punching
Steph,
fruits I
you're
can crush.
only getting richer the more you talk.
But
Steph,
yeah.
you had a very exciting weekend, didn't you?
Oh, it was nonstop. There was a lot that happened.
Really? What
Oh,
happened?
Buckle up, everybody.
I also have something
Ah.
to share after this. Hold on one second.
All right.
We handed it to her and then she left.
She got the responsibility. She's like, nope.
My bad. I'm
Going through a tear in time and space. I went to the goth club like I was saying last
Ooh,
week. I
yeah.
went to Sabat.
Yeah, how was it?
I haven't been to a club since pre-COVID.
Yeah.
Dan's club aside, it was fun. It was a good time.
Good.
Good vibe out there.
Yeah.
I was out a little after midnight because I'm not young anymore.
Okay.
The person I was with, we were having our like second drink out in the patio, and we were talking. Oh no, we were on the dance floor, and
Ooh, a dance floor.
DJ was okay, and they asked like, hey, like, how are you feeling? I'm like, a little tired. They're like, yeah, a little tired. I'm like, you want to get going? Like, yeah, let's go. I'm like, all right, we're out.
Was it DJ Dracula?
Sorry, Robin Roth.
DJ
It was
Acula.
DJ Spookenstein.
Spookenstein. Oh. Okay.
No relation. Go ahead, Steph.
Let's start with how early the day started.
Ooh,
So,
boy.
Ooh, I don't like this already.
well, like the weekend already was like just kind of like stuff after stuff. Cause like my brother
Yeah,
came
the weekend
to
is
town.
like Tom DeLonge and Blink-182 are great.
Yeah.
We heard the story.
My brother came along. He visited. We all ate at a restaurant. All that. Saturday was like honestly now everything's starting to become a blur because there was just so much we did. First thing on. Am I going into Mario or am I going into how my whole weekend was? Which part am I doing?
Let's just talk about Mario.
Okay, cool. With Mario being said, no, I want to say one thing I did. I went to that good T-shirt mart, and
yeah.
I went to T-shirt
good
mart
T-shirt
and
mart.
El Cajon, and I got this printed out. It says my
For the
dog
podcast
says hi,
listeners.
and
Yeah.
and
It's
it
an
was
actual picture
it was
of
the best.
Steph's dog Tifa.
I have a picture of Tifa. I got
On a
real excited
tie-dye
for that.
shirt.
Yeah, they had two options. They had red and black or black and gray. And I was like, fuck yeah, I'm going to get tie-dye. The hell? This is a shirt for EDC. I'm really excited. Sorry. I really wanted to share that because that was a real fun time. Okay. So the start of Universal. My brother's girlfriend got us the special passes so we could be there before opening, which was at 7 a.m. So I got up.
Okay. Is that why that we got that picture at 8 a.m. and I was laying in bed and I'm like, why the fuck are you mean Princess Peach at 8 a.m.?
Yes. So
That threw me off, I'll be honest.
So I woke up at the early hours of 3:20 in the morning. And at 4 o'clock,
No, thank you.
I left El Cajon and drove over to pick up my brother and his girlfriend in downtown. And we headed up to Universal. So we were there at exactly 7.
Nice.
Yeah, which was nice. We did that preferred parking. Or no, we did that VIP parking, I guess, which was
You paid for that?
pricey.
Yeah,
It
don't pay for
was.
that.
Okay, first of all, we did. And I did not know how close that was to the front.
Yeah.
It was right
It's
there.
right there. Yeah, you could it's like you
Like-
get out of your car and you walk through the
it's
giant
right
globe
there.
that's up, yeah, you're like, "Oh, we're here."
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, cause we were like,
Damn.
we went in and then it was just like we went through the mall and I like the last time that I went to Universal solely for Universal, not a Horror Nights, not anything like that, was 2002. It's like 2002, 2003. That was the last time I went
Been a
like
little while.
for solely Universal. And I remembered parking in the parking structure and then walking through the mall and then you get to the front with the red carpet and all that. And then it said VIP parking or the VIP parking or whatever it was. And then I parked and I was like, okay, we still got to walk to the front. We walked around a little area that was probably maybe 150 feet, and then we were at security. And I was like, what? This is like right here. Yeah, so,
How much was that?
Yeah.
Steph? If you
75.
don't mind, really, how much?
$75 for
Ooh,
that park.
it went up. It was 50 last year.
50 was the basic tier parking.
No, 30 is basic parking.
No, I think it went up. Unless it was
they-
30, 50, and 75.
Fuck Universal. $50 for a fucking
think
day
it was-
parking. That's more than Disney.
I think it... And I think that was on a Sunday. And I don't know if it was just because Easter.
It could
'cause
just be
was
on Easter. Yeah.
Because, yeah, I just know it was a lot. It was nice, don't get me wrong, because, you know, after you start walking around, your feet are tired. But that was the closest parking I've ever seen. I thought we were in handicap. Like, it was just right there. It was so
No,
close.
handicap was behind you.
It
Yeah.
was so close. Yeah, no, so we got in. It was, the people who went to the park was me, my brother, his girlfriend, and my dad's sister, Auntie Ning. I've mentioned her several times.
Yes.
So the thing is, me, my brother, and his girlfriend had the early passes, and Auntie Ning didn't decide to go until after we already got the early passes. So she had to wait until 8, which everyone else, the normal time that park opens. That park opens from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Yes.
Is Auntie Ning the one who had rice come out of her nose and got scared?
No, that's not Auntie Ning. That was another auntie.
Okay, just trying to fit in which auntie this is. So we can remember who
Auntie
we're
Ning
dealing
is the
with.
one that cried when she found out that I smoked and then said she didn't want me to become a drug addict. Do you remember
Got it.
this story now? Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like a long time.
I remember that
She's a real
story more
sweetheart.
than the rice nose story.
that was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, she's very...
Was it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Was it?
Yeah, no. So, okay, so to get to, again, it's been a long time since I've been there, so like on the way going to Super Mario Land. Super Mario Land is at the lower lot. So, to describe how that goes, if no one knows, there's like 2 lots, an upper lot and a lower lot. Upper lot has the Harry Potter world, Springfield, the Simpsons Springfield area. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then like And then we didn't even venture over to like the pets area at all at Universal.
There's a pets
Pets
area?
area?
Like not what's the pets
It's the
movie?
Secret Life of Pets ride.
And like Despicable Me area off to the side.
There's
We
an
didn't venture
Illumination
there at
area?
all.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
kind of turned it into one. They have a they turned New York Street into a Secret Life of Pets strip. It's got a pretty good dark ride. You become a dog. It's kind of fun, like virtually. And
Did
they
we
have
go there?
no. We walked past it last year, but we didn't go in.
Okay.
And then they have the Minions ride at the end, and a decent cafe that gets pretty good reviews from the YouTubers
okay.
called the Minions Cafe for quick service.
Okay.
You're not missing much, Steph, but the Minion ride is terrible. If you're not under 10,
I rode it.
It's awful. Yeah, it's just like
I rode it and it broke.
That doesn't surprise me. Yeah.
Yeah. It broke on the part where the drop was supposed to happen. And I was just like, visually, it messed with my brain because it's, like how you do like the VR thing when you're looking down at something. It feels realistic that you're about to
down.
fall, that it messes with your... It messes with you anyways. So we went down to the lower lot, which is Jurassic Park, The Mummy, the Transformers area, and then Super Mario Land is like right at the bottom. I don't know what it replaced. What area did it replace?
It replaced a soundstage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because
There used to be a backdraft situation down there, but Transformers and backdraft, and there was a
I went
museum
there.
there. Yeah,
I remember that.
Backdraft ain't been there in forever.
that's what I'm saying.
Well,
like
that
it's
was
just
so
it's,
long
but that's where it
ago.
used to be, is in that area.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, now that makes sense. Okay.
Just for anybody who is not familiar with Universal, when we're talking about like the upper lot and the lower lot, I just want to point out there's like a mile-long escalator.
It
that
is
connects
so
the two of
long
them.
and so
It is a
scary
very kind
sometimes.
of important. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
very important thing I think to note. Like these are not two things that are close to each other.
Yeah.
This is the extent that Universal goes to try and compete with Disney.
Yeah.
Is that they had the top of the mountain, ran out of room, and been like, well, we still think of ourselves as compatible to Disney, so we're gonna buy the bottom of the mountain, and you're just gonna have to scale to go get from one to the other.
Let me
Hope
tell
to
you
God
how
the
like
escalator doesn't break.
on the way
Oh,
going
God.
back up that, my brother asked for a picture like behind. So I turned just like this just to do that. And even standing on that escalator, my legs were shaking. Like, it's so goddamn steep. Like, I don't know what it is. I was uncomfortable on that thing. And it says, like, please use the handrail. I was like, I don't want to touch this. So, yeah. I just leaned an arm. I didn't want to, like, actually touch the handrail. But, yeah, no, that...
Mark, not another Monday show in the
God.
chat mentioned I was there at the park one day that the escalator did break
That's so
and it wiped out a
fucking
bunch of people.
scary.
I imagine that is what like Mount Everest would look like if you took the snow off, just bodies all the way to the top that just never made it.
It's actually just bones and bodies.
Ooh.
I have
It's
walked
like
that.
they'd have to send.
Oh.
Have you?
I
you
did
did
one
the
portion
stairs?
of it. One portion of it.
Oh.
No, it hurts. I'll never do it again. I will get
I
on
forgot.
an elevator.
It says like the numbers too. Because I remember my auntie when we were going up the escalator, she was looking. There's like numbers for like how many stairs in total it is,
I mean, it's awful.
like on the side.
Yeah. When they finally make a Rocky movie in that one area, they can use those stairs.
Oh God.
Mark picks up a bunch of paramedics were there taking care of people, and they had to take us through the back way. I complained that I had to see injured people, and it ruined my experience.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This is not what we're here. We're here for movie magic,
Yeah, that's
not the realism of the world's poor health.
Yeah, it's like my mom. You know, she got back from her trip to the Holy Land, right? And during
Dollywood?
yes, she went to Dollywood, and in one of the tours you take in Dollywood, you have to get to the top of a mountain. Obviously, we're in Dollywood, so you know what the mountains are.
Yeah.
Two twins, they call them.
Oh, you made a tit joke. Ooh.
Ooh. I love that.
Fucking 12-year-old Leland showed up out of nowhere.
That's funny to me.
Yeah, but Mom was saying like she was climbing up all these stairs. And, like people on that trip with her, like 2 people broke their ankles because there was so many stairs.
God.
Some people fell. People had to get escorted by ambulances. Yeah, apparently it was crazy.
You gotta walk over them.
Yeah, no, that's insane. Oh, yeah,
All
so
right, Steph,
you walk
back
those
to-
crazy escalators, then you go down, and then you pass Transformers, and to the left is Mario World. Before I went there, because I knew, like, I don't know, maybe the stores would be all crazy. At the very beginning, I went and got my watch. I was the only one who got a watch.
Ooh.
I ended up getting the... You can't really see it because of the green screen.
But
I got the
a
Yoshi
green
one.
Yoshi watch.
Yeah, the Yoshi watch.
Ah, now it makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, is this the watch, Steph, that you can boop, boop, boop?
Yeah,
boop? Okay.
Yes. It's a slap watch, but I will say this thing will come off. Like, you need to be careful that you don't lose this, because this shit was $40.
Damn.
I recommend, if you're there for the novelty of it, sure, buy one if you want.
Yeah.
But to be honest, you only need one per group, because there's some places that you can't get past without this to activate it.
Ah, interesting.
Like, there's some, like, puzzles or games that, like, you have to use this. You have to, like, touch the thing to have it start. And, like, that's one tip that I would, like, let everyone know beforehand, because there's people who waited in lines and they couldn't do shit because they didn't have this. Yes, Leland.
Steph.
Leland. Anthony. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm the little one.
Don't-
Can we take yours?
Yeah. I was going to bring... You can use this
Sweet.
again. So
Well, I figured
no one else
Steph
has
would
to...
just be with us.
Yeah.
Sure. I'm just kind of pointing out, like, we don't need to buy.
Yeah,
new
no,
ones.
no
We
one
just
else has
keep
to
taking
buy
hers.
this. Yeah, no one else has to buy this. I already got mine, unless you want one. Sure,
Steph,
I'm not gonna.
Are places locked behind certain characters, or does every watch open everything?
Mm,
I'm also trying to get over
one
the fact
watch.
that there's a literal paywall to some
Yeah.
things there.
yes,
And the
no.
watch will
So
do
that is a little
everything.
crazy.
The watch will do everything
Yeah.
that you're entitled to in the land. Like, are there
Yeah.
certain... Like, did you do any of the game stuff?
Yes, I did. I did some
Okay.
of them, but I was bummed about one part, and I'll tell you why, because I didn't know that was the area. I'm also scrolling through my pictures, so I know exactly what to say about stuff. When you first walk through, like, they have, like, you know, the big sign, Super Nintendo World. They have these little warp things as a photo op, so you could take a picture. When you first walk through the pipe, it looks like it's like pixelated, or not pixelated, but it has like rainbow lights, like you're getting warped into a tunnel, and then it
Which they make
immediately...
allusion to in the Super Mario Bros. Movie.
Yeah, and then once you walk through, you are in the castle, so it's very much like a Mario 64, where you walk into the castle, and then it has, like, the big picture frames, and if you keep watching them, it'll, like, do that, like, warp, like, liquidy
cool.
looking effect, and then it'll change a picture to something else, which is really nice. The scale of everything, okay. For me, I'm a huge Mario fan, so when I went there, I was in complete awe, like, just... aw, you know, like, yeah, but everything was so cute. It was everything I could hope for. When we got in there at 7, not a lot of like, it was open, but I didn't know what to do there because I didn't know how to do stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
So, like, one of the mini games I did, where you get a key, was there's different times, like, there's different, like, clocks. They look like a little alarm clocks. And it's pretty much like whack-a-mole. If it turns red, you gotta hit it. And this is why I say it's better if you have a group, because I was solo on this thing. I was the only one who bought the watch in my group. That when I went up there, I was, like, obviously put in with another family or another group. And then we got to play that. But, like, eventually, like, I got my points and stuff. I got to take pictures with Peach, which threw me off because, okay, I know there was someone. I know it's someone in the bodysuit, clearly. It wasn't like an animatronic or anything like that. And, like, I went up and I took a picture. I don't know why I was shy, but I was.
It's because
Something
you're
in
watching Megan, and you're like,
No,
Because
not that.
you were meeting one of your heroes.
Yeah, I don't know. It was like I felt like such a child. Like I don't know.
God,
I
really?
really,
Child at heart.
yeah. It was. There's a big place in my heart for it. Like I saw Peach and I
She is
legit got.
royalty.
I got shy. I don't know why I got shy, but I did. And then I was like, oh my god. I was like, this is so cute. And then she just goes in like in an actual Peach voice, like it was like I'm sure it was a button they pressed, but she goes, thank you. And I was just like, oh my god, you talk? And then like I think my brother has that recording. I don't know if he actually recorded it, but I know everyone was like laughing because of my reaction. I was just really shocked that it would like talk. I just imagined like someone doing an impersonation or not talking at all and just kind of like waving friendly. But no, it talked back. There was another mini game where you had to like spin a crank, and then there's like a Goomba that comes like on this like rolling thing, and then if you spin it fast enough, you'll knock the Goomba down, and then you'll get another key. And then they're like, there's just a lot of areas. It's very similar to like how people have described like Harry Potter land world, where like you have your wand and it activates
Wand.
stuff. Yeah. Your watch will
Anthony,
activate.
Show
little
us again
things.
how you activated my wand. Oh, that sounded bad. How you got the wand to work?
In your non-dominant hand, you grip the wand by the bottom. Yeah, no, from the bottom of the wand, and then you stroke the other wand, and the magic comes out.
you have to grip it by the base.
Yeah. Some prefer a twisting method, but both will do. It's just preference.
Point the tip away, though. Always point the tip away.
Yes, you don't want the magic to blast off in your face.
Yeah.
Did we answer it yet? We did. Yeah, the watch works everywhere in that area for Mario Land. Anyways, I was going to one area because I was just collecting my coins, because you collect points and then you can unlock certain areas if you get like a certain amount.
More
And, like-
paywalls.
Huh?
Nothing. Go on.
Yeah, where's that collected? Where are these keys
Oh,
and
you
coins
download
collected?
the app.
It's
It's
all
in the
app based.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
It's all connected. I think I got a total of like 400 something. I know I was missing some
Damn, girl,
stuff.
you
That's
rich.
4 extra lives.
Yeah, I know. Oh, sorry. I got 19 stamps out of 128. That was not much. But,
Oh, jeez.
but I did get 886 coins.
Now you-
That's 8 extra
you're
lives.
rolling in it.
Yeah, and
Damn.
About to buy
At
Luigi's
one point-
Mansion.
oh, well, at one point I
this a
was
comedy?
in the rankings because I saw my name. I looked it up on the app.
Oh,
and I was
right
there.
on.
Yeah, so that was kind of cool.
What number were you?
I think I still have it.
3 million.
I was really far in the numbers. I know it wasn't anything like, oh my god, I'm like right up there. No, it was nothing like
Top
that.
50?
Probably not even that.
Top 100?
367
Actually, that's not bad.
with
You're on the
400,
board. That's what matters.
468 points. So it said Stephanoids, and I was really, I was excited about that.
Nice.
How do you spell that?
STEPHUHNOIDS. On all the social medias. I'll repeat that later. Yeah, so
Stay
like
tuned.
you download that app, and then like the map is there to show you like everything at Mario Land. So that's kind of helpful. Like within the app you have this to show everything, areas that you went to, stuff you can mark. But so I was in one line to get coins, and by now it's like 750 something, and the line was probably like maybe 20 people, and it had like a POW block, and I'm just assuming, so you have this on, you don't really have to touch this to the block, it just needs to be near it. because I've seen people just
Yeah.
punching the bottoms. It'll have the block, and that thing will be
Busting
there,
it.
and if you punch it, it'll make noises, and then you'll get your points, and it'll do the dong, 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 like, you know, like the little coin noises and stuff. Anyways, it becomes 8 o'clock, and then just the stream of people start like flooding in, like, because the park's now open. There's just all these people coming in now.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, that's another thing
All
that I'm
the
still trying to
middle-class
understand, because you still have to reserve your slot. It's not open to everyone. You still have
Yeah.
to reserve. It's kind of like how they did
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
But two.
Yeah, when you did Star Wars, like, oh, I got a reservation for this, so I can go in at this time slot. They still had that for for Mario Land, but like everyone's trying to go to Bowser's ride or castle for like the go-kart thing, and I see all these people, and I'm like, do I want to get my coins or do I want to ride this ride? Because now it's like there's just a line forming, and I was just like, yeah, no, fuck this, and I got out of the line, and then I just walked over because my brother and his girlfriend had already gone in. Now, when I go in, like, I waited maybe, I don't know, 4 minutes, and then I get to the front, and then, like, the guy goes, oh, how many in your party? And I'm just like, 1. So he sends me to the single riders line, which my brother already mentioned, the single riders line. He saw a hack on TikTok where it was just like, hey, to ride this ride quickly, go in the single riders line. Like, it's real fast. So I took the single riders line, and it took me to, like, a stairway to the back area where no one was at. And then I went into, like, the back building. So if anyone saw my story and it was, like, that panned view of, like, Mario Land, I was, like, at the top area off to the right. And then I got to one area that just had, like it was just cut off. So I didn't know whether to just wait there or go left. And I waited there, and I was like, what am I supposed to do here? Because there was just a guy standing off to the side, and I was, like, just standing there by myself. And then I was like, do I grab one of these? Because they had these, like, little headband things that you put on. And then he was like, no, someone's going to be there in just a second. And I was like, okay. So some dude comes, he hands it to me. I keep following this area that has, like, it's just hallways. Like, there's nothing really novel. Like, there's
Just
no
regular ass hallways.
It's still themed, but it's not like there's not any, like, everything was so visually stunning outside that I thought there would be more in there. So I was just like, okay. And then it took me to an area. I keep passing all these people who are in the regular line because I'm just off to the right. And then I'm finally at the bottom to ride the ride now. I'm in the single line person, so there's like a bunch of like families and stuff, which they're really strict with you. If you have a child, you have to be with your child, like,
Yes.
next
obviously.
to. No, yeah, but like I got stuck with a family that had like four kids. So it was just like the mom, her son, I guess, and then her two kids in front, and then the other family of one child and a parent. And I overheard the lady where she was just like, is that your kid over there? And she goes, yeah. And then she goes, well, you have to be with your kid. You just can't have separate kids, like, over there. And they got into a huge argument with the lady, and she was like, the mom is right there in the cart. And she goes, no, but you have to be with your own kid. And then I was just like, watching them have this issue while I'm stuck in the middle because they put me on number 8. And I was just like,
What if you got like an odd number of kids?
Yeah, and I was like, I don't mind riding with your child. It's fine. Like, it's not a big deal.
Apparently you can.
Yeah, I'm a nice person.
Yeah, and then, like, I don't know. So I was next to this kid and their family, which was fine. Anyways, going through the ride. So once you get in, I'm going to use an Xbox control as a example.
I thought she was about to say, I'm about to use an explicitive. And I was just like,
no. So
Damn.
you have this, like, I don't have a visor to explain it, but you essentially have this.
We all understand what a visor is.
Oh yeah. Well, it has
I've
this
heard
visor
they're
and then-
very heavy, Steph. Can you confirm
Yeah, that's
that?
what I was trying to explain.
Yeah.
So the visor goes on, and then there's this little turn clamp because I first put it on, I was like, this is a little loose. Like, how do you keep it secure? And then I found it has like a turn knob that you just crank, and then it shrinks it to your head. So I was like, okay. And then I was like trying to figure out like how else you do this, because it was just a hat. So I was like, so they just give you a visor to wear when you're on Mario Kart? Like, that's like just to be in the cart? But no, once you sit in the seat, it has a 3D thing that you just put up, and it just snaps to the frame that's already on your head. And then it's just like this 3D like kind of visory thing.
Like a heads-up display?
Huh?
Like a heads-up display
Yes, think
it's
of it
just-
like that.
that you see?
I guess
Yes.
so. It just goes
It-
like this, so it just shows
you
this.
see-
It covers you
Yeah.
for 3D.
You see the
look.
characters in the visor, so when you look around,
Yeah,
they're
all
doing
over.
things
Yeah.
as you're going on the ride.
Yeah.
Right
so,
on.
so it's like a VR helmet.
Yes, but
AR.
Yes,
yeah.
in a sense, yeah. So it just has a shield right here, but you could clearly see through it.
Oh, okay, so it's AR.
Yeah, so it's AR.
Yeah.
AR.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. AR.
What does AR
So you
stand
see-
for?
Augmented reality.
Augmented reality.
Oh, okay, there
Thank
you
you.
go. Yeah. So you could see through it, and then you'll see like, when you're riding the car, you're also pressing a button that will shoot out shells. So you're shooting out shells at characters and accumulating points. You're trying to beat Bowser.
Yeah. How good do the other carts look through this AR?
I think they looked pretty good. Like
a lot of AR is a little translucent.
Yeah.
Like it's very clearly like flat. I'm curious like how 3D and how vibrant these look.
Okay, they're clearly not solid. Like, you can see through them a little bit. I don't know how to explain it.
Anthony, you should
I
watch
think
the
they did a
video
good
online.
job.
There's a
Yeah.
couple of really good ones that show you the ride. You get a good idea of like, oh, okay, you're watching the video game in front of you as you're,
Yeah. As you're
being driven
experiencing
around the
the
thing.
ride. Man,
Right on.
Yeah,
I had a blast on that thing. Like,
I've heard
again,
it's good.
It pulled some heartstrings. We got on Rainbow Road, and my eyes watered. Like, they legit watered with the tune and it happening. And I was like, this was made for me. Like, this day was for me. And I was really excited.
This is Steph's Batu.
Yeah, it was really fun. I had a lot of fun. Yeah, the music, like, the stages, like, I could see what they were doing. I could see, like, because, like, I've played a lot of the games, so, like, when they show me the water world, I'm at the water world. I'm hearing the music.
Yeah.
I'm seeing stuff. Hey, we're in the air. Wind is blowing in my face. Like, you're launching off a ramp and you're flying. You're doing the flying simulation. There's wind. There's, like, a cloud blowing in your face. You're getting tossed, like, another area. It was the best.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun with that. What I didn't find out until later was there was a whole area I didn't see. So, when they told me to go to the single riders line, I missed the whole inside area of the castle.
I was to say when you said there
was
was,
like-
when you said there was nothing in the castle, I was like, where were you?
I
Because I
know.
watched a walkthrough and there's a lot
I
going on in
know.
that fucking castle.
I looked at my brother's pictures after, because, like I said, they went in, and when I got out, I was like, where y'all at? Like, because mine was so quick, I assumed they were already out before me. So
Yeah.
then, like, I was just like, my brother's like, where are you? And I was like, I'm at the front of the line. I don't see you guys. And he's like, how'd you get to the front of the line? I was like, they told me to take the single rider's lane. And he's like, yeah, we took that too. And I was like, I don't know where you are. I'm already done. And then I found out that at the beginning, before they had some guy, like, telling you where to go, they had no choice but to go through Bowser's castle to see everything. So then I saw my brother's photos and I'm like, dang it, October. I'll see you in October. It's fine.
Right on.
We didn't.
Did you eat any
there.
of the food?
They were like sold out for the day for Toad's thing, so I didn't get to eat there. Like
Sold
it was all
out?
booked,
Like-
and we didn't want to wait. Like they had a line. Because
It
isn't
was
it
booked.
sit down? Wait. Isn't it sit down? Like, it's like how you
There's
would
this-
do like the cantina.
No, I mean, yes and no, but it's sit down to the extent that you go into the restaurant and you can wait in line, but I've told it you will wait up to 45 minutes to get in, and then you order, and then it takes you 30 to 40 minutes just to get a seat because you wait to be seated. So they're like clearing people out as like they bring you your food. It's not quick service like at Harry Potter Land. Like Anthony, you remember, it's like you wait in a line, you just walk up and grab your food, and then you find a place. Yeah,
Oh.
Yeah.
it's
didn't
getting
even-
a little different depending on what it is, really.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't even go in there. Like there was just too many people crowded in the front there
Yeah.
and they were already just like, this is how long the wait's gonna be. So I didn't bother going in or peeking in. I just took a picture of the menu, which I saw they had like fireball spaghetti and meatballs, a Luigi burger, I think. There's like a toad steak or something like that. The only like themed thing that I got there was I got their Luigi's apple soda float.
Oh, how sugary was it?
It was pretty sugary.
Yeah, the reviews online of all three drinks have been, yeah, if you like sugar, this is the drink for you.
I think what I would have preferred was just the apple soda with the because they did that thing where like they'll do a cream soda, but they'll do like a Sprite based kind of drink, and then they'll put like a scoop of vanilla ice cream to make that creamy soda thing. I think Baskin Robbins did that for like the Shrek movie a long time ago, where it was like a lime and purple sherbet with like Pop Rocks or something. They did that, but they added the popping boba at the bottom, which was fine. I just think it was too much. I think you didn't have to be too busy with your drink. I think you could have just gave me the apple soda and the vanilla, and it would have been fine. I did see how they had. I saw how they had the star popcorn holder that Leland got me, and then I saw how you could get a Mario Kart one. I think that was like
A Mario?
It was like a Mario. It was Mario in a Mario Kart popcorn holder, which did come with a bag of popcorn.
A Mario in a Mario Kart.
Is that what you call Mario in a
You
go-kart?
could just say cart. Yes, or
Okay.
go-kart.
No,
know.
it's a Mario Kart.
Mario Kart specific.
So is Luigi in a Mario Kart?
Yes.
Bowser also in a Mario Kart.
Yes. Because what's
Dry
the game
Bones.
called? Mario Kart. It's not called go-kart.
That's the name of your OnlyFans.
You know what? No, she got me there. Made me look like a total idiot.
Yeah, all in all, we were there from probably 7 to like maybe 10:30-ish. And then we went to walk around the mall. Or walk around the park, I think. Yeah.
So 3.5 hours
I think
is
so,
kind
or
of
maybe less. I
what it
forget.
takes to do the whole thing.
Oh, I thought you meant 10:30 at night.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I was
no,
like,
no,
oh my
no,
good
no,
lord.
Yeah. I was like, that's
No,
a
we were
Disney day
checked
at
out-
Universal. Fuck that.
No, we started at 7. We were checked out by 3:30, almost 4, and then we left at 4:30 in the afternoon. Like
Yeah.
that was enough.
That's fair.
Did you go to Harry Potter Land?
I did. I got a butterbeer. I got it frozen. It was good. I watched people. Okay, so that was another thing too. So once we got up, we went to pretty much after Mario Land. We took my aunt to Waterworld because she hasn't seen that show. This is her first time at Universal.
Oh, they're still
She
doing the Waterworld show?
loved
yeah.
that show. She lost her goddamn mind at that show. My auntie
the
hasn't seen
attendance
like
on
the
that show is off the hook. That's why they keep it there.
yeah.
No
My
shit.
auntie's
I
never
thought
seen
like
like
they
the
finally closed it recently.
No. When I worked for Universal, I asked straight out, I'm like, why is this still here? And they were like, no. They were like, bro, our attendance on this show is off the chain. And
Like,
in Universal Japan, it's like their favorite thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because like everyone was like, "What's Waterworld?" And I was just like, "No, we gotta go."
Yeah,
It's
that's
like,
the problem. No
that
one
shit
knows
is
it's a
dope.
movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
just
yeah.
a stunt show
It's just a
now.
stunt
I know
show.
it's a movie, but like, I remember loving it as a kid. I was so blown away by that show. So I was like, I'm gonna watch it again as an adult and see if anything will like change.
She means the show, not the
Anybody
movie.
watched it in the last?
Wait, what?
Has anyone seen it in the last 10 years?
No.
I probably saw one of their Halloween overlays within 10 years period, but I've not actually watched the show in a while.
Movie. I'm curious. Anybody in chat?
The movie
I'm curious,
itself.
Anybody? Yeah.
No,
anyone who's
no.
seen the movie itself in the last 10 years?
No.
I'm curious. Like, does it hit different now?
I mean, he still pees in a cup and makes water, so no.
There's a lot of dumb shit out there.
What is
Fucking.
that?
The lightsaber knows to stop at this point? What the fuck is that?
It does because of the fine tuning of the goddamn hilt in the lightsaber.
And that Mr. Coffee is finely tuned for piss.
Yeah, but I didn't have a robot explain that to me like in motherfucking Star Wars. You know what I'm saying? Like, no Kevin Costner robot pops and goes, hey, science, bitch.
You don't need a robot to explain it to you because you watched him drink it.
Yeah.
Exposition over.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Steph. We're describing the first 30 seconds of Waterworld.
Yes, we're coming
Yeah,
off
I
into a
haven't-
machine that comes out as pure water that he drinks.
I haven't
A
watched
machine is a
it,
generous
I don't
description.
Do you want to hear a
Or
fun
if I
thing
did, I
about
was really
Waterworld?
young.
Steph, you'll love this, and I bet you didn't know this because it's movie trivia. So they built that set, right? That set on the water for the movie. It was like $1.2 million at the time. That bitch sank during filming. It is still on the bottom of the ocean as we speak. They rebuilt it for another $120-something million to do the finish of the movie. How do you fuck that up? Like, who's the night
Yeah,
clerk
why did
that
it-
was like, oops,
How far
I
were
guess
they
I...
for it to sink that much?
Oh, they were way out in the middle of the ocean
Yeah.
because Costner wanted it to look real. Fuck that.
Was that his call?
I think he
The movie
directed
that-
it, maybe?
The movie that was
No, he didn't direct it.
universally panned so badly upon release and considered one
It's
of the
someone's.
biggest flops
Don't
ever
matter.
that I
You know what you do?
decided never
Fuck
needed
that.
to
Build
watch.
that set on that lake at Universal Studios, and if it sinks, you go, oh, cool, good thing we're at Universal Studios. It's only 6 feet deep.
That it becomes there. Yeah. They could probably have a
becomes part of the
ride that
attraction.
lets you or like they'll probably have a special thing where you can go underwater and see it.
Bruce comes out.
All right, Steph. So Auntie
no.
enjoyed. You
Oh,
sent us a
Auntie
funny
loved
picture of
that
her.
show.
Bumblebee attacked her.
Oh yeah, that was another thing too. She was like, they all got in line for pictures, and I guess I forget that they're like, "Hey, we're taking pictures right now," and everyone kind of lines up, and then my brother took a picture with Bumblebee, and who's the other person?
Your
that
Megatron?
Megatron.
I don't know my
Optimus?
Transformers.
I
just
I've
know
only
they go-
ever seen those
Neither
three.
do they.
Oh,
It's
okay.
usually Bumblebee, Megatron, or Optimus. That's the only three I believe they haul out.
Oh,
there.
okay.
Bumblebee's yellow, Optimus is red, Megatron is gray.
Got it. Okay, yeah. So, they were all taking pictures, and I thought they were done. So I turned around, and I no longer had the camera in my hand. And then I heard my auntie screaming, and I turned around, and her arms were flailing because they picked her up, and she's like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa!" She was having a good time, but she was like, "Oh." I was like, I wasn't recording. I thought we were done with pictures. Yeah, but I thought it was funny that they play around like that.
Did the one that wasn't Bumblebee like throw some shade at Auntie?
I don't know if she was saying that. I know
Optimus.
they made a comment for my brother, and I know he said something, but I didn't catch what he said. He made a comment for my brother and his girlfriend's shirts, because one of them was Peach and Mario, and it was like her princess, his princess, her
Oh, they
hero.
were cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of
They were
those.
being cute.
And he said something, but I didn't catch what he said, because he does
Oh,
that,
I
right?
thought
With
it-
Megatron.
jokes.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Megatron is apparently fairly sassy.
Oh.
It's Bumblebee.
Yeah.
He's a-
in the picture.
Yeah, Megatron is a
Okay.
bit of a bitch. Like it would not
Okay.
it would not be surprised if he threw out a fan that was just like girl. Like that's how sassy he gets to
Okay.
his customers. Yeah.
I asked.
says
Okay, no, that
Enertron.
makes sense now
Energon.
because my
Excelsior.
brother's girlfriend had mentioned like, did you catch what he said at all? And I was like, I didn't know to focus on that, so I didn't hear it at all. And then after that we did the studio after Waterworld, we did the studio tour, which I forget that ride is an hour long.
Mm-hmm.
It was real fun though. I haven't been there since the upgrade.
Yeah.
So seeing my Auntie Ning had a blast again. I was worried that she wouldn't do well on that ride, but she was going nuts. She was laughing. It was real sweet. I thought it was a really cute moment to watch her have fun like that. When like King Kong and the T-Rex start fighting and that's all happening, I kept trying to hold her because I didn't know if she'd be okay on that ride. Because that shit is rough. That thing is rough.
Is it?
I think so.
You get jarred around a little bit, yeah. I mean,
Like,
the
it
dinosaur
changed.
does try to...
I've not been on.
The dinosaur at one point grabs hold of the car and tries to rip you down.
Yeah, and you fall.
Yeah.
You actually
Yeah, you
do
fall and you
Well,
swing.
You
and the
visibly
thing-
fall, but
it
you,
feels
yeah.
like you're swinging, even though you're just in a 360 blue screen. You know,
Yeah, that
they
one
still
was
have
really
Earthquake,
cool.
which very still upsets me.
Is that what it was?
So.
That was Earthquake? Because I was
Yeah.
like, there's a subway part, and I didn't know what that was. And then the
I
water
remember.
comes, it starts to flood,
Mm-hmm.
the freaking truck goes down. I remember that, and then the train. Okay, so Earthquake, yeah, that was real bumpy.
I mean, it's a pretty good earthquake simulator to the point where it upsets me.
yeah,
I'm just like, oh, this is like real. I don't like this. You know.
yeah, it was intense. It was real fun though.
I personally, I don't know how you feel about it. You're about to tell us. I wish they would let me off before the Fast and the Furious portion because it makes me nauseous as fuck. But it's also
God.
just dumb because it's like you feel that The Rock is given like I don't even want to say 50%.
I was about to say because I want to say you've said this before. I'm sure
selling
you've
the whole
mentioned
thing.
it before when you went. And
Did you like
I forgot. Oh, I had a blast.
Of course you did.
I had real fun, but it was real. There were some parts where I was like, "Oh, this is what's happening." So like, okay. First, it's before we get to Fast and the Furious. I think it's I forgot if Jaws happens. They're going over the studio and stuff.
Yeah,
But
Jaws is a thing.
I didn't realize that that's where the Fast and the Furious part was. I thought the Fast and the Furious thing was like its own ride. So I was trying to find that in the park until I realized that was the part that was happening. Because you pull up to this thing and then you see Tyrese. And he's talking about you guys are going to do a heist thing. You're going to go to the club. You guys are going to party. And I was just like, the fuck? How are we going to party? And then, like...
We're a bus.
Yeah, like it starts doing that. And then, Michelle Rodriguez comes out. She starts talking, like, her stuff. And then Vin Diesel comes out. He says his family line. And then The Rock comes out. And then I was like, don't y'all have issues? And I'm just, like, looking at all this in front of me. And then
Filmed on
it's just
different
like,
sets.
it's like, oh, we're going to join up. Like, something about, like, yeah, we're going to head into this party right now. And then the bus moves. And then you get into the party, which is just a fucking warehouse, and that maybe plus 20 people in the middle just vibing and having a good time. And I just
Anthony,
couldn't
yes.
focus. Yes.
What's your question?
So you are a bus
Yep.
in a party.
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
isn't it implied we're on the, what do you call that? What do you call those, like, army?
The tram.
Well, yeah, you're on the tram. It's implied that the tram is there with you, and that when
Okay.
Owen Shaw shows up to do bad things, you have to be on the tram because you're on the highway, and he's
Okay.
ramming you with his car, and then the
Yes.
Rock is in his car, and then Vin Diesel and the other cast members are in their car. It's really insane. Like it's
Oh, I buy that part.
it's dumb.
Oh.
Yes, but you pull
Oh,
into
no,
a
I love
garage.
the shit out of that
Yeah.
thing. I don't give a fuck. I was like,
You
I
pull
am
into-
front
you
seat.
are a-
I am front seat in a Fast and the Furious movie. This is like, this is real.
You
I don't know, it
pull
touches my
into a
heart.
garage with your tram, and that's kind of like
I know.
she didn't mention that through the course of the ride since the beginning of the
Yeah.
tram tour, the Rock will come in occasionally, be like, "Hey, are you on the lookout for this car?
Yeah,
Owen
yeah.
Shaw is on his candy ass is missing. You got to find him for me. That kind of nonsense. So by
Yeah,
the time you get around to it, that's what happens. Yeah, but she
I'm
described
for
it.
all of that.
She described it personally. You do pull into a very small party of maybe 15 people on a green
Yeah,
screen.
it's a very small, awkward party, and they're just dancing. And I was just like, I just imagined it to be more of a party, and not just, hey, you guys, on this cue, dance. And it's just like, there's nothing going on in this background other than this is supposed to be a club scene.
Except for the bus that pulls in that people are dancing with now.
Yes, 100%.
And it's like the
Like,
bass
just take
is
one
going
step
too.
back.
I think that's the funniest part because before that happens, you're in a room, like you only see one side. So like on the other side, I think you see like what do you call those? Like the tanks? Oh, a tank. You see like a tank nearby. And then it says that you're just gonna go through, and I'm just like, okay. And then she goes, "Hey, remember to remember to lay real low because you're about to go into this party." And that's why it's so silly when you pull up. This party is just fucking happening there, and it's like, I don't know how we're supposed to be discreet. Like this is just so fucking awkward.
We're in
You're
a
the party
giant
bus.
we're in a giant 8-bus tram.
But my
train.
God,
You're a literal train.
You're a little train.
when we started going and we were on the freeway and I was just like, oh shit, we're in the movie. And it's like happening around you. So it's like Vin Diesel pulls up in his car. Michelle Rodriguez is over there. At one point, Vin Diesel's hanging from a rope in a helicopter. He's swinging around like while you're looking at the bus, I think. And I was just like, dude, this is as nuts as the fucking movies. This is the fucking best. And I was just having
It's very funny. Like
time.
they do kind of like, you don't have to have seen the movies to put this together, but they do bring back villains from the movies, and they use like Luke Evans is there. It's just like, if you have seen it, it's kind of like a I don't know, 6.5, I guess, because I think he was the bad guy in 6. I don't know. They all kind of blend together for me.
Go ahead,
Question
Anthony.
down in front, Anthony of the LoRC podcast.
Serious question. Is Paul Walker in it?
No,
No.
he died before this was filmed.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
You
Well,
only,
I mean, didn't
to
stop
my
him
knowledge,
from finishing the movie, but
you only
think
see
they
like
had old
some of
footage.
the
And his brothers.
you only see some of the villains, right? You see The Rock, you see
Yeah.
Vin Diesel. He does say family. That he does say his line. It's there. He goes,
How many
'cause
times?
family, and I was just like, oh wow.
Well, I think
he
at
said
least
it.
3.
He said the word.
Vin Diesel family, and he just leaves.
Yeah, he said. Yeah, he said family, and then Michelle Rodriguez. This is like 4 of them, right? That's it.
Yeah, it's like only Tyrese, Michelle, The Rock, Luke
no
Evans.
Ludacris.
No.
No Ludacris.
This art's a lie. Fuck
They
this.
couldn't afford him.
And then, but like, there's like the typical, hey, there's a broken bridge or ramp that we have to go off because we have nowhere to go, and we're flying
on a
in the
bus.
air. I lost my shit. It was the
Bad Bunny's
best. I had a
just
great
blaring
time.
from the speakers.
I had a great time. It was real fun.
It sounds like a fun time. I can't wait
Yeah, I had a blast.
to see what that.
I
is
can't
like.
wait till we go back. I was excited.
The shitty part, Steph, if you go with us in October for Halloween Horror Nights, they don't run
It's
that
not gonna.
tram.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
They drop us off to get scared. They don't want us to get scared by the sexual magnitude between the Rock and Diesel. Like we
You know
can't
what,
handle that
though?
in the month of October.
Yeah.
Homoeroticism
So
of it all.
the thing about the studio tour is when I was on there, I couldn't help but just remember what they use the places for when they do horror nights, because you do walk in the area with the broken down what is it, the War of the Worlds area with the airplanes and the houses and shit. Like, you do walk through that in horror nights, or at least
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have, like,
Yeah, I
a couple
remember that.
times I've gone. And then you do go down this really, really, really long tunnel where when we were on the tram, I was like, is this a tunnel we walked through? Because there's usually a tunnel that we've walked through where, like, music plays, it's really dark in there, and then there's just people who scare you there. And it was before
Usually
whatever.
you get off at the Psycho House.
I forget. I've gone twice. The only times I remember when I've gone, they used that. I remember they did. I don't know if they did this last time because you guys went to horror nights, but did they do the purge thing with the studio bus?
No,
There was no movie for them to do recently.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they did the Jordan Peele portion and in an original IP
Oh, gotcha.
portion.
Yeah, no, because
Yeah,
one of the
they
years,
have for the first time ever, because Universal Studios Horror Nights in Florida, they rely heavy on. They have very few IP houses. They get more Halloween houses and creativity, but they
Yeah.
have their icons. So they have 30 years of icons. LA might officially get their first icon next year. The rumor is, remember the clown last year, Anthony? We've seen him a couple times. Cuddles.
Yeah.
A rumor is he actually might get his own house this year. If that's the case, we have our first official icon that has not been in Florida. And Cuddles the clown is kind of, creepy and fun.
yeah, no, because
Right on.
one year, it was like back in like 2016, I think. We did the studio tour, and it drops you off, and it's the purge. Like it stops, and then it goes, and then it goes, please, please get off.
They're like,
Please
"Save
get off
yourself,
the bus.
bitches."
Yeah, please get off the bus, and then pretty much move forward. And then it's all these people with like baseball bats and ski masks.
Yeah.
And you just have to walk through them as they were like fucking taunting you and sliding across the ground. And that's another part that lives in my heart too. That moment that they did that, I was like,
The dichotomy of
fuck,
Steph.
this shit got real. And I loved it. I really appreciate things like that. It's real fun.
Soft cell shaded Super Mario Brothers and social commentary horror, The Purge. The two halves of Steph.
It was a real fun time. It was a real good trip. I'm real excited to go again, but I wish I could see more stuff. I think it was just it was too early, and then it got real fucking hot in the afternoon. That like being in
it
the
was
sun
hot.
and being out, like being up, like all day. It took a toll. I was just like, and another thing, when we went to Harry Potter World, like we did that one area where you go to Ollivander's
Ollivander's wand makers.
and to do that magic show just to watch how that went. That was fun for what it was. I thought it was kind of cool to look in there.
They
and
didn't
then
pick you?
No, they didn't pick me. They picked someone else. Yeah, they did not pick me. But it was fun to watch that little thing. I didn't bother getting a wand because I said I would rather get this than the wand. Not only that, a lot of the places where people were trying to do the wand thing, it was not working.
Oh, it works. You just have to be
weren't doing it
vulgar.
right.
You have to be vulgar with it
Is
like
it?
Anthony was doing.
Listen, I'm a practitioner of sex magics.
Mm-hmm.
It is a very powerful form of magic. Don't be upset at my skill.
Yeah.
I've been practicing for a long time.
Oh, maybe that's why it worked. Because the lady was just like, we're too tall to use this. It didn't work. And then I was just like, I don't know. And then this child used it and it was fine. And she's like, this doesn't work for tall people. And I looked
That's
at her
bullshit.
and I was like, okay.
It's bullshit. Because I did it after Anthony did it, so I know it fucking works.
No, there was a lot that just wasn't working though. Like
then they
they're
were
like, this
doing
is what
it
it's
wrong.
supposed to do.
They
Like,
were used.
I
They weren't
saw-
saying Wingardium Leviosa. They were saying Wingardium Levioso.
Like I kept hearing them. They were like, you gotta aim it at the little circle. And then they just kept aiming it at the circle. It just wasn't doing their thing. Like the only thing that I visibly saw someone do was in that like I guess hallway. I don't think that's supposed to be what Diagon Alley is, but there's like this one area in the back after like one store, and there's supposed to be these like there's like bubbling cauldrons?
for Harry Potter nerds. She's describing the creepy alley in.
Is that what it is? Okay, there's like
yes,
an
it's-
alley
it's-
there.
It's the creepy alley. That's Anthony. It's where all we walked through with all the fog last year that I kept wanting to keep going through because I was excited.
Oh.
Steph, was
Okay.
the alleyway kind of diagonal?
No, did they have that there?
No, that's in Florida.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was like trying to find little things. Like I didn't even go in. I didn't even look at the restaurant area. We just walked through the gift shops, and then they did their one little show where they have some dancers and stuff. I got to see that. I didn't ride any of the rides
The Harry
there.
Potter dancers.
They do
Yeah.
the opening. They do the the presentation of these different schools from part 4. So they have the Durmstrang
yeah, I
dancers,
remember
and then they have the French bitches.
Yes.
Do they
With the
also have
hats.
the ball eaters walking around?
No. I don't know what the
No?
ball eaters are.
They're with the masks, with the
Yeah.
kink masks and the cloaks.
Death Eaters, you dimwit.
Dementors.
Okay. Dementors.
Oh no, not in the sex magic community. That's not what we call them.
And they also do a show where they bring out the frogs and they do they sing with the frogs too.
Oh.
What now?
It's from part 3. It's okay that you don't
Okay.
know these things. I'm educating you.
Can you explain? Okay, so there's 2 rides in Harry Potter, right? There's the
Yes.
one that at the castle.
There's the Forbidden Journey, and then there's the really awesome unicorn Pegasus little roller coaster that fucking smacks, man.
Oh, okay, yeah, the lines were just
Slaps.
I'm changing
We
it to
didn't do
one
much-
for me.
yeah. We didn't do much rides, so
No,
I
that little
definitely
roller
wanna
coaster
do
is legit.
Universal. Okay. I
It's
want to do
awesome.
another Universal trip where I actually ride the rides because we didn't ride much rides. That's fine.
Well, you went for one thing. You weren't there for
yeah,
Universal. You were
the
there
main
for
thing
Mario.
was
Yeah.
was Mario.
And it was worth
Anthony,
the
you
Mario.
rode the Harry Potter ride last year. Did you enjoy it? Because I don't like it.
Which one?
I did it once. That's enough.
Yeah, I did it once. I'm good.
I did
Which one
I did the
specifically?
one
Leland?
for-
The castle one.
Yeah,
You
the
guys
castle.
the one for
Castle one?
adults. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I did it one time. I don't need to do it again. I think it was maybe a more impressive ride like 10 years ago when it first came out. I don't think it necessarily holds up as well. There is no Harry Potter magic in my heart, so I don't know if that is supposed to fill the gaps.
No,
but,
it's just a ride.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
just, but like as a ride, it's a little uncomfortable.
Oh,
it
it's
re-
fucking terrible.
Wait, what is
Yeah,
it?
like-
can you?
So you are set in a row of like 6
4.
like 4
Okay.
seats.
Okay.
4 like wooden seats. You have little half partitions,
Okay.
as if you are like almost like a pew if a pew
Okay.
had high backs.
Okay, I can imagine that. Yeah.
And that box of 4 seats is at the end of an arm. And
Okay.
the arm just kind of flies you around and twists you around and stuff. But it's not very smooth.
Oh, it's rough.
And you get kind of like
Tossed?
you get like thrown around a bit.
jostled?
Yeah, you get tossed around a bit. Yeah, it's a little harder than like a ride for like human beings should be.
Is that like a ride
before-
at the Del Mar Fair? Like, I'm imagining
it's kind of
something,
Del Mar Fair
but I'm
level.
not sure.
not good.
'Cause those rides are insane.
It's okay. It's not as bad as a Del Mar Fair ride, but it is not. It's not comfortable. I rode it the one time. My biggest problem with it is that like you're going along like this, and the Whomping Willow at one point hits you, and you go flying back, and you turn like 360 and come back up. So if you have any kind of motion sickness or get dizzy, this is not the ride for you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Scott was asking because he's got neck issues, right?
Yeah.
back, but yeah, he
back,
Scott
back.
could not do that ride. No.
Oh shit. I need to watch a video so I can like visibly
Yeah,
see
watch,
what.
watch a video, but
He's got
like
legitimate
after riding the
problems.
ride, after riding the ride, I'm like, oh yeah, if you've got anything back there going on
no,
that
yeah.
is not 100%, it very well could ruin the rest of your day.
What's strapping you in, or are you just kind of
A bar, right?
Just a regular like kind of like harness, I
yeah,
think.
the pull down
Oh,
harness.
you just got that thing.
Yeah, like
Okay.
a pull down harness. But like, I am this size. I am average-ish
Yeah.
size, and my head is still kind of bouncing off the sides of this harness. Not
So it's
hard,
very
but tapping
Viper-like.
enough.
It's like Viper.
Weak neck.
Jordan, known for his strong neck.
But Steph, the little kiddie roller coaster ride that me and Scott went on, because he was like, I don't know if I want to go on a ride. Will it hurt my back? I was like, no. This is the smoothest roller coaster you've ever been on. And when we got down, the seats are so good, it like molds to your back. Like it just, it was just like, oh, this is like
which ride
legit,
was that one?
It's the little Pegasus
one?
ride.
That's the other one.
The other one to the right. Okay,
yeah.
That one looked fun. Okay.
Oh, it's literally
the Friendship is Magic ride.
It's 30 seconds. But it's a great 30 seconds.
Okay. Because I remember you mentioned the ride was kind of like a Harry Potter ride was wild. So when I got to the spot that I saw there was 2 different rides, I was looking at that one and then I was looking at the building and I was like, I think Leland was talking about that one. And no. So now I'm realizing you really enjoyed that ride. So I'll have to try that out too.
It's fun. I wouldn't wait more than 10 minutes though.
Okay.
Because it's a kid's ride. Like at the end of the day, it's not for us. I mean, but it's fun.
Sorry, the angry Jordan gets, the stronger his neck. Nothing else.
All right.
I think I got the best experience I could out of Harry Potter Land for the level of interest I have for it.
Yeah.
Seeing it at Halloween,
Yeah.
I kind of don't want to go back in the daytime.
Fair enough.
Oh, that's fair.
I kind of feel like this is as good as it was ever going to get for me.
I think it was. I guess I imagined it. It was a lot smaller than I thought it would be, but maybe just because it was just that little area that I saw.
It's not very large.
Yeah,
It is not very large.
I mean,
How big do you feel Super Mario Brothers World was? Does it feel small? Does it feel adequate?
I mean, it is a small area, but maybe just because everything was just spaced out a better way, that it just seemed bigger.
Well, also
But
you were
I
there
don't
when there
know.
wasn't like 1,000 people
Yeah,
trying to
1,000
fit in a
people
very
either.
small space.
Also,
Yeah.
Their
Thank you.
Anthony, their perspective on that is good. Like Shane was walking me, he goes, you don't know how small it is because they really make the perspective work for that land.
That's cool.
On the levels.
For which? For Mario?
He's
Or
just
no?
like, it
Okay.
looks bigger than what it probably really is.
I'm glad that that's
Yeah.
becoming like a consideration for the design
Yeah.
of this stuff. Like Batu is commented to be the same. It's like you don't know you're in Disney when you're in Batu.
They've already
yeah.
they're already started working on the second ride for phase 2, which will be the Donkey Kong Jr. ride, apparently.
Oh,
Junior
So-
ride. So you can learn math?
Yeah.
that's cool.
No, doesn't he like crawl up? Look. I've seen some sketches online. They're developing a roller coaster that has 2 tracks under it and on top of it. So when you're riding, it'll look like the track is jumping, like Donkey
that's
Kong
cool.
would, but you're actually being supported by the bottom track.
Oh, that's cool.
Hopefully,
I
that's
think that's pretty fun.
Does the cart move by the speed of the bongos that you hit?
yes. It's just like the Flintstone ride they're going to build, where we all just run,
Oh, that's real fun.
which
I
sounds
wonder who'd
awful.
be the fastest.
Not with me in the car. I was going to pick up a feet. Fuck
I
this,
just
ain't running.
imagine like
I paid
just a
$75 to
single
$150
track that goes
ticket. I ain't running.
around, and then it just gives arm bars, and then everyone just gets in, and then you just run and push this thing. Oh, that sounds fun. I'm literally gonna watch these videos because I need an understanding. Like the Mummy, when I went to the Mummy back then, they had like a maze that you kind of walked through, and then I think you walked through a bridge, and then I don't remember the ride after that. I don't even know if it was a ride or if it was just the Mummy walkthrough.
She blacked out.
Okay.
scary.
From what it sounds, no, that wouldn't have been there. Never mind. Carry on.
Yeah, I just remember I was so scared to walk through that I huddled in the person in front of me's backpack, and I just looked at the ground the whole maze in.
No.
So you didn't see
Scary
anything.
things weren't my jam back then.
Okay, so you're talking about. Okay, you're combining
This is
two things. So
2002.
there's the Mummy the ride, which is downstairs,
Yeah.
but they used to have a House of Horrors walkthrough that you walked over
Yes.
a bridge that had a mummy in it.
Yes. Okay. Then yeah.
Yeah, they got rid of that thing and replaced it with something.
Just
I
the
don't
ride.
remember what. Anthony's leaning in.
I'm
He's
gonna have
gonna
to
say
look up the
something
ride.
snazzy. What's up, Anthony?
What happened?
Nothing. Just
Okay.
leaning
Oh,
forward.
because when you lean forward is when you're usually like, hey, guys, do you
No, that's when I get up here.
do you know what the fuck you're
That's when I
talking
have
about?
something to say.
Steph, do you
They-
have anything else to continue, or would you like to move on to question 69 today?
Oh, we can move to question 69.
Nice.
That's fine.
Nice.
They didn't have the that studio, the sounds, or not the sound studio, or yeah. They had the sound effects studio before. I remember seeing that show. Do they just not do that anymore?
Oh, the Foley show?
The special effects and sound, yeah, they got rid of all
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Oh, that was so cool.
They sometimes will do the sound the special effects show in the big auditorium stage area, but rumor is they're going to knock that shit down next year and replace it with a Fast and the Furious roller coaster.
God damn it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are we in cool cars?
Probably.
Or a
because
helicopter? I'm down.
The big rumor is that Universal's going to lose the license to Simpsons Land in a couple years because Disney bought it. Oh. So unless Disney allows them to re-up it, they will have to rebuild that whole land into a different
that
area.
area.
And the rumor is it might be a Fast and Furious area. The big rumor is that they might do a Universal Monsters area because they're building one in Florida.
That'd be a much smarter idea.
I agree, but who knows?
But they are
Universal
doing that
has
off-site Universal horror.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, like this might be like a truncated version of it, but like the problem is Universal makes very poor decisions on a lot of things.
Yeah, 'cause doubling down on Fast and Furious would be the dumbest thing possible.
Oh, Scott, the Island of Adventure is Marvel Comics, not MCU, and that's where the line is drawn on that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Weird.
I wish they had that sound effect thing.
I mean, but it's
cool.
completely different though. Different costumes, different characters, different stuff.
But Disney still owns them both.
Not in this instant. It's a weird stipulation, and
Yeah,
when I
well,
worked,
it has to be.
When I worked down there, it was like they signed like some 100-year contract.
Wow.
But also, it's very funny, and who knows if that's true. But
Marvel was going bankrupt.
yeah, they were going bankrupt. But the real funny thing is they're all stuck. The characters that walk around or that are on pictures everywhere are stuck in the late 90s costumes still to this day. And you're like, Storm ain't wore that outfit. Like, that's like 10 outfits now.
It's a time capsule.
It's a time capsule of Marvel Comics of the late 90s, early 2000s. Okay, number 69. Corm wants 69 as usual, and this is the question that she's going to get. What is one concept you cannot understand no matter how hard you try?
Oh, there's a ton of these. Why am I blanking? Hold on.
I have one. And Anthony will know this really. Still can't understand sneak attack in D&D as a rogue. Still can't do it.
Yeah, I don't understand.
You've
how
explained
that
it
is difficult to
so
use.
many times. I'm like, nope, still don't get it.
Anthony, explain it. Let's see if me and Steph can understand.
Okay.
Maybe we can help.
So, with the rogue class, you have the
Okay.
sneak attack ability, which is just more damage when you hit.
Okay.
You can hit under only a handful of opportunities. When you have advantage, for whatever reason, several reasons, you know when you have advantage. Or when an ally is next to that target that you are hitting, whether you are ranged or up close, that's it. Those are the circumstances. Advantage for whatever reason, and the game says you have advantage because of this spell, because of this condition, because of whatever. You have advantage, or someone is next to them. That's it.
Yeah.
Is when you could do a sneak attack?
Yeah, is when you can add your sneak attack damage to your attack.
So as long as an ally is next to me, or
Is
what's
next to your target.
or is next to my target, and what's the other option?
Or
If
you
I have advantage.
When you have advantage on the attack.
Yeah, you say it
And
now.
that can come from a lot of different places.
Look, it makes sense when you say it, but when I go to do it, nah. Nah.
When you have advantage.
And I'm okay with this because I never play rogues. So I'm
we
good.
all have our strong suits.
Yeah.
I don't want to play a druid.
Like, to me, it just sounds like
Yeah, it's a shame.
whenever you're hidden, then you get a sneak attack because you have that advantage at that point. Like,
Yeah.
then someone's next to them, they're focused on
You're
the person next to
flanking
them,
or-
so they don't see
yeah.
you coming and stab them behind. Like,
If you're hidden and you're attacking, you have advantage because you're hidden. Yeah, this has been a 10-year ordeal Since Leland started playing when 5e came out.
It's wild. You see a lot of emotions go through Anthony's face that I just can't.
Mostly just frustration.
I'm not trying to frustrate you. It's not my goal.
No.
I know you're not. I know you're not.
All right, Jordan, you had an answer look like boiling over there.
I don't want to get political is the problem.
Oh, well, keep it to fun. I mean,
That's fine. We don't have to.
Just people are dumb. Let's just
we
say
can
that.
imagine how like those things are real stupid and no one understands except for those.
I guess
fucking
like you
idiots.
could just say the one phrase that we said like the other day when we had a conversation when it was just like no, we shouldn't have guns because guns are dangerous, and it's like, but anything could become a weapon. So what are we going to take away? Knives too?
Yeah.
Like that was the concept
It's a
that we were
slippery
talking
slope
about
thing.
the other day.
But look, you can be pro-gun like your boy and still be pro-regulation like your boy. It's like
it's a very simple thing that people don't seem to
it's
understand.
the-
They're extremes.
The one
you have
issue
to
in America
they think in extremes.
where we're just like,
Yeah.
let's just add more to it. It's like if you have cancer,
that's a
you don't
concept I
cure
don't
it by
understand.
adding more cancer. That's not
Yeah,
how
that's
it
true.
works.
Yeah.
But
He ain't wrong.
I know there's a bunch. I just can't think of them.
Okay, here's one for me. Cringe humor. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Give me an example.
I understand.
like purposely cringe.
Yeah, purposefully like cringe. Like we were talking a couple weeks ago about Napoleon Dynamite and Nacho Libre.
Yeah.
I think those are like kind of early, genre kind of like cringe humor where it is played very dry. The main characters are not competent. Their inadequacy is supposed to be the thing that like you laugh at, not even the thing you like them for, like being endearing, but you laugh because they are. To me, it feels like you're laughing because they are. I don't want to say inadequate in some way, but like because they're dumb or just because they do something different that is not socially norm. Stuff like that I don't get, I don't understand, and it's kind of evolved through the internet of I don't know, like this type of very short burst humor that the only thing that seems to be like the intent of it being funny is that everybody, even the viewer, did not necessarily like enjoy what they watched.
Oh.
Yeah.
Am I kind of like describing it kind of accurately?
It's like a weird, not necessarily like a Schadenfreude thing where you're seeing someone get injured and like, oh, that brings me joy. Like, it's funny seeing someone get. It's like,
Yeah.
it's like you're seeing someone try too hard to do something.
Oh, yeah.
Like they're trying to be funny by being purposely over the
Stupid?
top.
Dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And yeah,
But not even like in the way of like a character, like an SNL character who tries too hard, but that is like a feature of the character. That is kind of their thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
It is played too, I don't know, too real.
It's like the American take on British dry humor, because it doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Yeah, I could
Oh.
see that kind of being a fair explanation. I don't know. Sometimes it feels even mean-spirited to the point of like being a parody of people who like can't defend themselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm not a fan of it. And I can't even see the gears
I don't
to
like
how
it.
that is supposed to like be good. Yeah.
I don't think it's funny.
Like there's things I don't. Yeah, there's things I don't like, but I understand how it works. That is not a thing I understand.
I
how
feel
it
like
works.
it's more along the spectrum of dark humor, where it's just like
Yeah, I think it hides under that
yeah,
umbrella.
but it's just like you have to be a certain kind of person. Like a lot of times
I think you have to be a certain age.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because it tends to be just straight surface level, nothing else to it. It's just oh, look how, I guess, dumb that is. Like, you know. But there's nothing to it aside for the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Which,
like an evolution of fail videos when it stopped being a natural occurrence and you started forcing it.
Yeah, like all the videos that you see on Instagram with people just acting, like, oh, how could you erase my character in 2K? This destroys my life. It's just like, okay.
And then they like break something that was clearly meant to be broken.
Yeah, or
that's another thing that kind of annoys me. Like these videos of like hidden camera scenarios that are clearly staged.
Because they're all staged.
Oh.
They're all. Why is a camera out? Like number one.
The
Oh,
Instagram
then
and
that's
the
what I
internet has
can't
fake
stand.
things.
I
I'm
can't
shocked.
stand. Oh. Is that what you were doing? This whole time I was just like, is Leland just concentrating on drawing or something? And then I was like, or he's like looking something up. Now I know you're just putting those on your fingers. I love it though. It's great.
Oh, don't think you're not getting all. You guys are getting these. I'm sending these out. So yeah.
Oh, perfect.
But, like,
every now and then when we want to say something, you just got this little hand that
Jordan
makes
would like
its
the
way
tentacle
up.
ones.
I'll be this annoying kid
I
who like
didn't buy
always has their
those.
hand up. Just
but
Well, I can get them through my brother-in-law.
Yes, you
so
can.
I got everyone covered.
I want to send them out so everybody, anytime anyone has a question, goes question.
But yeah, like staged internet videos, they're like the new radio prank of today's age. You know, like it's like every single War of the Roses episode. Like that shit has always been fake, but but people like listening to it because oh my god, it's so silly. Because how can you be that dumb? No one is actually that dumb, but actually people are that dumb.
yeah, actually, some people are
Some
that
people
dumb.
are
Some
that
people
dumb.
can be that dumb, but like
you
some of
can't-
these stories,
you can't film them
Yeah,
enough.
but you cannot have a consistent weekly show of catching someone who is equally dumb as the person last week. Like,
yeah, I don't know.
Or an internet level of content.
Yeah. I can't stand actually it's what you don't understand, right? That you can't.
You just don't get it.
You
You
don't
don't get
get
the
it?
appeal of it.
I mean, I don't know if that's a good example, but I can't
Or,
stand.
or maybe a context that you just, or something you just don't understand how it works,
Oh.
like algebra.
well, I mean, Scott said Jack Black and Will Ferrell. Just doesn't understand Jack Black or Will Ferrell.
I am for Jack Black in general. Will Ferrell I can only do in like small doses.
It really
Talladega
depends on the role for Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
Talladega Nights is the only movie that he is like the main character in that I actually like.
For me, it's Step Brothers.
Oh, Step Brothers. I don't mind him in Step Brothers.
I don't like Anchorman.
That's fine.
That's fine.
I like Will
I
Ferrell.
really don't
in,
like Anchorman 2.
Oh God, remember we were so angry.
I wrote such an angry
Oh
review
yeah,
of
that movie
Anchorman 2.
fucking sucks. The only Will Ferrell movie I own, I probably own a few that I don't remember right now, but I know one that I own, and I do think is his best role because it's not starring him. I think his portrayal in Zoolander is one of the greatest performances on the planet. His
Mugatu.
Mugatu.
That's good.
That's it though.
Yeah. Supporting.
That's it. But
Supporting
he's
character.
like,
What was
but
his
he's
name?
like
Mr.
doing but he's
Mugatu.
doing like
Mr. Mugatu.
he's doing just a Roger imitation from American Dad, and that hits on a lot of cylinders for me. So I'm just kind of like, all right, cool. The only movie I think I like Jack Black in is Jumanji 1. I think
Not
honestly
Shallow Hal?
Jack Black should have been fucking nominated for Best Actor to portray a 16-year-old girl because he was the best part of that fucking movie for me in that thing. Like, I was just like, no, man, he's embodying a 16-year-old girl. He was actually very good in that. I don't think he's funny. When he pops up in things, I'm not miserable, but I don't need him in them. But when Will Ferrell pops up at things, I go, cool. I think me and Scott were having this discussion the other day. I think Will Ferrell's style of humor is outdated and old now, and it does not work. The keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going until you're just like, oh, I guess it's gonna get.
Comes back around.
You're like, is it gonna get funny? And it never does for me personally. Some people do great. I'm glad they enjoy it, but I think his style of humor is very outdated these days. Like, did you see the trailer for his dog movie coming out?
Nope.
Oh.
Strays.
God, he is doing
Oh,
something.
Stray.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was just
think
like, and I
I'll
watched
watch
it just
it.
like, this movie would be funny if it was anybody else in those two lead roles. I was like, all right, you know. I mean, Jamie
I feel like
Foxx.
I'd watch it.
We haven't seen Jamie Foxx be funny in quite a while. Like, once Ray happened, he kind of stopped with the comedies and kind of did more of the action drama stuff. So we haven't seen him be straight up like living color funny in quite a while. Not that I don't think he can still be funny. I'm just saying, like, as a general thing, we haven't really seen him be funny in quite a while. He's a funny dude in interviews, and I really appreciate him as an actor. But, like, once he won that Oscar, like, the funny shit stopped coming his way.
True.
Because he's a serious
You know.
actor now.
Yeah, and that's great, but, like, you were very funny.
He was doing
funny.
some clown shoes bullshit.
Yes,
though,
but that whole
before.
show is clown shoes, though. I mean, like, living color and all that. That's stuff.
When are we getting the Wanda movie?
Like
I don't know what you're.
Like
Wanda
Sykes?
Maximoff?
I don't know.
Oh,
like, there's
Wanda,
so-
his character from In Living Color.
Oh.
That's an
Oh.
that's an old reference that only me and Anthony could remember, and we had to kick it into high gear to remember that.
Well, apparently Jordan remembered too.
Sure. Do you?
No, but I
Yep,
recognize
I knew it.
that show.
He acted like he did.
Yeah, I was like, I don't think he knows it, though. Steph's looking it up.
No, I was looking up concepts because I'm just like, I can't really think of.
In general, just googling
concepts
concepts.
you don't understand, like difficult to understand concepts.
Steph, can you parallel park?
I can.
Time
but
travel.
Sometimes it depends on how much space I have, and if I'm.
I was just trying to
confident
think
at
of
that
a
moment.
difficult concept that generalized people have a problem with. Parallel
Yeah, that's
parking.
what I was trying to look up.
Equality.
Oh, come on now.
Like-
We're trying to have fun tonight. I mean, Jordan already brought up
I
gun
mean, I found a
control.
BuzzFeed article that just says 24 things most people pretend to understand but don't.
You know what? Let's do
So,
this.
example, modern
Yeah.
art.
Yeah,
This
modern
is
art
modern
is
art.
wild. Yeah.
You have to get it or
Yeah.
you don't. It is as important
Bitcoins?
as you put into it.
It's like that video I sent y'all. It's a scam.
It's, as
all
important as
scam.
you- yeah, it's straight up as important as you think it is. It is. That's
Yep.
it. Like,
Well, that's all
Yeah.
art.
well, some art is undisputedly good art.
I mean, do you think the
Sure.
statue of David is a scam? I mean, Florida does.
No, but it's only as valuable as people put value into it.
Yeah, that's just what Jordan said.
yeah, but he's white, so it sounds
I was
better.
repeating. Yeah. Now people are listening.
Bitcoins.
Bitcoin, it's digital currency. Next.
Is it though?
It is. That's straight up what it is.
New Yorker
Representing what?
cartoons.
Some of them are funny.
New Yorker cartoons.
Bitcoin represents fictional money that doesn't exist yet. Steph, what's the next
Yes.
one?
New Yorker
The
cartoons.
actual. Oh, New Yorker cartoons.
I mean, if you're really clued in on world affairs or just popular culture, then yes, you will understand what the New Yorker
Then it'll make
comic
it-
is talking
okay.
about.
Yeah, it's like Far Side. If you get the joke, it's hilarious.
Yeah, yeah.
Number 4, the actual meaning of the word irony.
Well, I mean, Alanis Morissette did
I
fuck
think
up
you're
a whole generation.
Dumb. You're just dumb if you don't understand
Yeah.
irony.
Number
That's
5, fine
ironic.
wines.
Wait, sorry, what's that?
Wines?
Fine
Wines.
wines, like
People who
Yes,
who
I
go
believe
on and
I'm
on
getting
about
an
fine
oaky-
wines.
I have an oaky hint of alcohol is what the
Yeah,
descriptive
the-
example was.
A fine oak finish.
I smell chocolate and cherry blossoms from 1972.
Look,
Bitch, no, you don't. You smell.
not
You smell
1981,
grapes.
but-
You
not
smell
everyone-
alcohol.
Not everyone's a sommelier who could piece out like every individual
Yeah.
scent and flavor from wine.
So most people are
Same-
faking it.
This
Yeah.
has a
Very cool.
hint of vanilla. Yeah, because you got vanilla ice cream. Oh,
If
shit.
you're not a
It's like
sommelier,
one of those moments
you
for
don't
me.
actually understand.
No, fuck yeah. All right. Continue with the list, Steph.
Fantasy sports.
I think fantasy sports is pretty straightforward.
I think those people understand
Yeah.
it.
Those
You're
people.
either for it or you're not. And the
This
people
was
who
it.
are for it, I
Like,
think,
okay.
Fa-
By
Generally
fantasy
understand it.
sports, I
Fantasy
mean like
sports-
fantasy football,
yes,
right?
Yes.
Yes.
Which and let me understand if I got this concept
Quidditch.
right, because to my knowledge, you make a dream team, right? You make your own dream team,
Yeah.
and then
Yes.
depending on who's like, you watch an actual football game, and then if your character is on your team,
Yes. If a player on
whatever they do
yeah.
is like how your team works.
You look up. You found
Yes.
that person's stats. So say you have the quarterback on your fantasy team, right? So
Yeah.
you would be paying attention to what your quarterback did, like how far the passes were, like his stats for that game. Oh. And that would
Yeah, how
that-
do you
that
even
either-
pick your characters?
Like
What if?
there's a lot of math.
Yeah,
in it.
Oh,
and it
okay.
depends
I was
on-
like,
it
what if
depends
your
on your league
dude
and all
is
these things.
benched the whole time?
Then you're
So
fucked.
do you
No,
just
you
not
are
get
fucked.
points?
You are fucked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you get nothing.
Look,
Oh, if your
Like
dude
if
just
your
doesn't
guy
get-
gets injured,
oh,
Fantasy-
okay.
you got to get rid of him.
Yeah.
You got to
Got
trade him
it.
off.
fantasy,
Okay.
Fantasy sports is D&D for sports people. That's all it is. That's
I'll be
literally all it
honest.
is.
Yeah.
This last minute of you guys telling her what that is was the most excruciating minute of my entire life right now.
Oh,
I have no
figuring
fucks
out
to give
how-
about a sports ball so much
Yeah,
that
that's true.
hearing you talk about fake sports ball, I was like, oh fuck.
And this is what it's like for sports people who don't care about D&D and fantasy shit.
No,
it's
and I
That's
totally understand.
It's like-
yeah, no,
yeah.
and I totally get it. But it was the fact that you guys started. I was just like, oh, that's what it is. Oh, I hate it even more now. It's like-
If only we could break down these barriers between us and just accept that we both like things.
Everyone's.
I mean, I accept we both like things. I just don't have to care about it. They're more entitled to go out there and do their thing, and then be mean to all the nerds they beat
Scott.
along the way.
Yeah, I saw
Scott says, I was in fantasy basketball leagues for 20 years.
Yeah,
that. Jeez.
it's for stats
Not a
nerds.
thing I
It's all
expected.
statistics. That's like
Oh.
It is.
Number 7 is artsy movies. I mean, I've
that's same as
enjoyed
art,
some.
but yeah.
it depends on each person and how you interpret things. Like
Like, I watched that one silent movie.
Silent movie?
Yeah, I guess that's the one.
the
No,
The
the
Artist,
I watched.
There's a movie
I know
called
I
Silent
watched
Movie.
a silent movie. I remember I rented it, and yeah, it was silent and it was fine. 8 is investing.
again.
I mean, I understand why you do
again,
it.
Investing is
but-
another thing, like stock markets, cryptocurrency, nerd shit. That's what it is.
I think
Word.
conceptually I understand it. I just don't understand it enough. I'm not educated enough to know how to do it with any kind of
Yeah,
proficiency.
because it's all about being able to be at least familiar with how well a business is doing, a stock is doing, and then you have to make that. You have to make the bet: is that going to be better tomorrow or worse? Like, and that's basically what it is.
Yeah.
I find this kind of terrible that this is like as well, because this whole list was 24 things most people pretend to understand, but don't. That's what it
Yeah.
is. Okay. So like Buddhism is on here.
It's a
I guess
religion.
people don't understand
Yeah.
the concept. Yeah, I was like, it's a religion. I don't
The
understand
people that don't understand
why
it aren't
it's just
Buddhists.
a religion.
Yeah.
The actual details of Buddhism. Also, there's a lot of different versions of Buddhism,
Yeah.
like there are for Christianity.
Yeah. People don't understand Obamacare,
Also true.
like how that
Yes.
works.
That's
I mean,
very
that's-
true.
Free healthcare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of my favorite.
Trendy new music genres, which I understand. Music's changed a lot since, like newer rap is like it all depends, but I still prefer listening to my old shit, I guess.
Sure.
It's
I
something
don't
that
think
I
that's
do.
a thing that people like don't understand. I think that's a thing that people don't like try to understand.
I agree.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
Again,
People don't understand.
we could use an example within this podcast. I remember a long time ago, Anthony said every time a new Gorillaz album comes out, he doesn't like it, and then months later, listens to it again. All right, yeah, I fucks with this because it's they change their style every single album, so it's either you go with the flow and you just listen to it for what it is, or you're just like, oh, this isn't what I was expecting from them. So, it's again, it's all subjective.
I'll just buzz through these.
Yeah. Let's tear
Computer
through 'em.
viruses, super PACs. I don't know what that is.
Oh, that's
Political
political
thing, yeah.
stuff.
Oh, okay, got
wait.
it. How
Or
cars
college
work?
thing?
That's me.
What?
How cars work?
How cars work?
Yeah, no.
I don't
I don't know. Doing taxes.
Ooh, shit! I gotta do my taxes.
Yeah, doing
I
Yo.
did mine last weekend.
Come on, dude.
doing taxes is like a thing.
Thanks, Corm.
I guess people don't understand beer.
It's like the wine thing.
Oh, beer snobs
Yeah, beer
pretending.
snob.
Yeah,
It's the same as the
wine.
sommeliers. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
It's IPA.
Oh, got it.
I draw the line. I'm not. I don't like IPA.
Oh yes, the example says if I keep talking about the hops and the barley, maybe no one will realize how drunk I am. There's a few hints of barley in here.
Oh, you really taste how aged that
I like
barley
it for
is.
the
Yeah,
hops.
yeah. Oh, the hops are really insane.
Hoppy notes.
I don't know what this is, and I don't want to say it because I don't know if it's bad. Fracking.
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 What is that?
Drilling for oil.
Drilling for oil.
That's the
Is
Got
that
it.
what it's
specific
called?
word for drilling for oil. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Number 18 is Monsanto.
Oh,
Do you know what that is? I don't.
that was
that
Like
sounds
some
political.
Illuminati shit. I don't know. That is the thing I don't know. It's like some super like conglomerate.
yeah.
Sounds like a
Right.
sounds like a sandwich.
I only know it as like a reference to like conspiracy shit.
Got it.
Oh, like
19.
lizard people.
Yeah.
19.
Monsanto does
Bioshock Infinite.
bioengineering. Wait,
Okay.
Steph, what?
Oh. Number
Did you say
19.
Bioshock?
Bioshock Infinite. Yeah.
What's
It is
Like someone
not
said,
that
it's
hard
like
to
not
hard to
understand.
Someone said it's like Super Mario Bros, but bigger.
No.
What?
I don't know
That's
why.
not
Know your
true.
prin-
I don't know
Princess
why
with
they
the
would
entire
relate those
time.
two. I feel like they're
Yeah,
completely different.
Like, could I?
It sounds like someone who didn't pay attention at all.
Yeah, they really do spell it out for
They
you
really,
several
really
points in
do.
the game. Yeah,
Someone's trying to have a hot take.
yeah.
There's 5 more. Sigmund Freud.
Freud.
Freud?
Sigmund Freud.
What's
Sigmund
that?
Freud.
He's a
What's
very
it?
famous
Psychotherapist.
He's a
therapist.
old-
Yeah,
Got it. 21. Higgs boson.
Oh, the Higgs boson.
It's the
That's the Hadron Collider,
yeah.
Collider, yeah.
the particle accelerator.
Got it. 22. CrossFit.
You know what? I have heard mixed if it's actually good for you versus not good for you. So I appreciate they put that on there.
Someone put example. Oh, that's the cult where everyone jumps around and throws medicine balls at each other, right?
CrossFit
Yeah.
is literally anything you want it to be.
It is, isn't it?
Flip a tire,
Yeah.
CrossFit.
You do pull-ups by doing that weird body roll shit. Like, all right, CrossFit.
Fair.
So, if you've enjoyed this ridiculous conversation, please be following us on all our social medias. We're on the Facebook, the Instagram, and the Twitter. You can find us by searching for the League of Ridiculous Conversations or at LORC Podcast. That is, in fact, we are a podcast. Most of the time, you can find our episodes on the podcast places. End of statement. If you would like to add to the list of ridiculousness where we got this topic and there are 174 others, you can send whatever crazy ideas of conversational topics, the kind you get when you're high as balls or late night at a Denny's, send them to us via email at lorcpodcast@gmail.com. If you have missed us live here on Twitch, You can catch up with our other shenanigans. We are at twitch.tv/LORC podcast. And we are live every Tuesday for the podcast here, Thursday for Co-op Thursday with Jordan and Steph, and Sunday for Community Day, where we get together with the members of our Discord community and play large multiplayer games that are cross-platform, free to low cost, and we just hang out and have a good time.
Yeah,
Again, we are twitch.tv/LORC podcast, and we are always live around 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Yes,
Jordan, you're also live on the internet.
I sure am. You can find me on most social media platforms at Jordan is a Bear and on twitch.tv/Jordan is a Bear, where I am continuing my playthrough of Resident Evil 4 Remake. It's a lot of fun. Hopefully I finish it this week because the second Jedi Survivor comes out. Oh, baby. That's what we doing. Could be in a galaxy far, far away, know what I'm saying? Anyway.
Hey! Blue milk.
Delicious blue milk. Yeah, if you're into that, come and join me on Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If not, it's all good. Enjoy your Friday night. Steph, where can people find you on the internet?
You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch at StephNoids. That's STEPHUHNOIDS. I post shit. Leland.
You can find me on the internet at Leland Pierce Art or Pineapple Pierce, both on Instagram. The art has started again, so perhaps maybe,
Woo.
you know. Well, I forgot until I found out today that we're May's next month, and I do look forward to my May every year. So yeah, but I'm not gonna do my own thing this year like I usually do because I couldn't come up with anything exciting. So I'm actually just gonna do the list, like their official list.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
Anthony.
And if you want to be my Super Mario brother from another mother, find me at Spooky the 13th on Instagram and the Twitter.
I did it.
So until next week, I'm Anthony, and in alphabetical order we are.
I'm Leland.
I'm Steph. I was real excited I was going to go.
And we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.